everyone, this is Panchali. Welcome to Betticrom Bihek. Today we have a very special guest amongst us, Vishakha Sharma. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me here.
So Vishakha, how would you best describe yourself?
Best describe myself, I would say, okay, starting from I am Vishakha Sharma and I am currently pursuing law from UPS Dehradun. And describing myself, I'll describe myself as a person who is a lot into the creative side. Anything you can think of in the creative side, I have done something in that.
Okay. Since you have said that you are pursuing law,
Right.
could you tell us your experience and how did you get inspiration into doing this 5-year course?
So for the inspiration part, my inspiration was of course my mother. From a very young age, I think from class 8th, my mother was like, you should go into law. And I always used to question her that why law? Law seems very black and white. Why law? I'm a person who is into creative side, someone who likes this all like colorful side of things. I want to do something like content creation, something like being a writer, since I write as a freelancing. I also do writing. So my mother said that you can, in law you have writing, in law you have, psychology, since psychology is also a subject I am very much interested in. So, and as soon as like going forward in class 8, class 9, my mother said, no, you should do law, do law, do law. I think kind of she just like planted the seed into my brain that, law is something you should do. So when in class 11th, when they asked us that, okay, for a career, what would you like to do? I said, law. What else would I want to do? Law is the only thing I can be good at. So that's that. And for in the part of what did I learn from law? What was it? The other question?
Like how is this 5-year course actually treating you?
Right. So since I'm still in my 4th year, so I will only talk about like the first 3 years I have done till yet. It has treated me pretty nicely, I would say that, since in like I have always been a person who is into always the literature side, the reading side. So even when like I had these maths and science, I was never very much interested into it. So I would say I was not very good student in like school. But once I entered college and I got to know all about these laws, and like since my course is BA LLB, right? So it's an integrated course of BA plus LLB, right, for 5 years. So I was able to learn all of this like pol science, history, alongside with I had also elective called psychology, alongside like all of these law subjects also. And from reading, like understanding law, one thing I have pretty nicely understood is that if you want to study law, you need to be a person who is like very much into the part of reading and being able to memorize pretty quickly, because like it's a lot of sections and a lot of content you have to just memorize, or just like memorize within like the span of a day or two, if you're not a person who is into the habit of studying the whole month,
And
which I'm not.
sorry for interrupting.
Right.
And these legal terms they have.
Right.
I mean, even I had an elective when I was in my college.
Right.
The legal terms, it kind of confuses you as a person because it's just very complicated.
It still confuses me, I won't lie, it still confuses me. And there's a thing called maxims, right? Legal maxims, Latin maxims. Oh my god, even if you ask me a legal maxim, I will say I have no clue, because they're just so difficult to understand. And even when I had entered into law school, everyone was like, oh my god, there's this senior lawyer, there's this judge, and I used to be like, who? Which judge? Which law? And I used to like, oh my god, I'm not like someone who should be here. I do not know all of these senior lawyers or like these advocates or judges. But as I went through all of my college years, I understood that there's nothing like, okay, some people might have come from like even from 11, 12, they might have known about that, okay, this is like a senior lawyer which is like very good in practicing, or someone who's very famous. But it's fine if I got to learn about all of this while I was studying law. That's pretty much fine, right?
Okay, my next question would be, how was your childhood like? Could you describe it in just a few lines? And how were you as a child actually?
Okay, I think the better question would be like how I was like a child. I was pretty crazy of a child. Uh, I was someone who, like, if my mother would say, okay, don't jump from there. Next second, you know, I'm jumping from
So
there.
you always do the opposite.
I'm always doing the opposite. I am like the
Okay.
crazy child who my mother was like, "Ki, what will I do with her? Like, and you know, there's this like stereotype, like you are a female, you know, be little bit, be little bit calm, be patient, be like elegant. And I was the quite opposite of that. I was like, why wear skirts? Why wear dresses? Why wear all of these things? I want to go out and play in like the mud. I want to, I was a person who, and no one would expect a girl to be like in school and go ahead and do like fighting with people. And I used to be like, oh my god, how did you say this to me? Oh my god, I'll just go ahead and fight with you. It's pretty crazy of a child.
Okay. Since I heard that you are into the MUN culture.
Right.
So I would want to know that how did you get involved into this culture, and how is your experience like ongoing experience?
So MUN was a thing which I had not thought about. My the main way I got into MUN was through debating. From class 8th, 9 onwards, I started going into this debating culture. I don't know if you know about this. There's this debating forum called Behes, and there's also a debating forum called WSC, World Scholars Cup. So I was into that first, and I was not a very extrovert of a person, so mother pushed me that you should do all of these things, might help you with public speaking. So I said that okay, fine. And even in my first debating experience, I was not able to speak too much. I used to stand up, just stare at the other team, and be like, okay, I cannot say anything, and I'll just sit down. But soon after that, when like I was able to speak properly in my second or third debating competition, I was able to go for a global competition under WSC,
That's
which
really
was
great. That's really great.
which was in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Oh.
So in class 9, yes, in class 9th only I went to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and from that I started being like, oh, I like this whole factor about public speaking. And from then onwards, I was like, okay, debating is not the only thing I can do for public speaking. What else can I do? So I started getting into all of this concept of MUNing, or like, in schools they have this thing that you have to go to the podium and like introduce like a whole event, right? What are they called? Are they called narrators? I don't know. I am not able to get the concept.
I think they are called anchors or
Anchors,
hosts.
yeah, right. Anchors and hosts. So I also got into that factor, and from there onwards, I started getting into the culture of MUN. And my main I got into MUN was when I started college, when I joined my MUN club. From there onwards, I started getting into MUN. I was like, oh, this is a pretty fun of a thing to do.
Okay, that's really nice and really great. My next question would be to you that I have also heard that you write pretty well. You are into content writing.
Right.
So could you tell us about some of your write-ups, as to what kind of content that you are into, what kind of write-ups that you usually write?
Right. So the content, like right now I am into freelancing, so I pretty much anywhere like there's a write-up needed, I write that. So I have done like, websites need writing, like describing what the website is about. If it's an NGO website, so what the NGO does, what all works it has gotten into its programs, and then that write-ups. I have also wrote, there are some people, like as an example, even here only, you might need someone who might be able to write a script pretty properly, or someone like writer. It's a big thing which you have right here, but someone who's just starting up with something, they might not be people who are good with script writing.
Okay,
So I have even written script. And in terms of my personal writing, on online forums, on online platforms, I have written you can say online books, online novels, you can say. And those, the main concept behind them were like the LGBTQ the community, because when I got into writing at that time, there was not much of this talks about LGBTQ. It was just the very starting of talking about them. So I was like, okay, I want to talk about the LGBTQ community in India. So I wrote a novel called the India Parade, And the India Parade was a novel where I talked about the India's culture, the Indian culture, Indian community, and how they're able to mingle up with this LGBTQ community, and how, like, what are the similarities, like, because at some way somehow there are also some kind of similarities between the two communities too. So I started writing on those parts.
I mean, that's a great initiative. Also coming from a budding sociologist, I think that is a very, great concern for the society, because the LGBT community are not able to mingle with the rest of the society.
Right.
As like there is a stereotype that they are always isolated, but
Right.
things have been changing,
Right,
and
right,
I hope that it will keep on changing in the future. I would want to know, what are your future plans with maybe content writing or MUN or law? Hopefully you'll become a very good lawyer, and also, so yeah.
So my future plans, of course, in terms of law, is that after I'm done with my 5 years of course, I would go into joining law firm.
Okay.
And law firm, but it's like a short term plan. I would go into a law firm, do a year or two of a job, and then go for LLM, because
okay. So you're planning to do your master's.
yes,
Okay.
I'm my main plan is to do my LLM from abroad, from UK side. But the factor is that you get a better opportunity for doing LLM if you have work experience. So I want to do a year or two of work experience, be able to understand the crux of how the doing a job goes along, and then do my LLM. And after that, my main focus would be to get into litigation after I'm done with my master's.
Okay. So since law in India and law in Britain or the United Kingdom is it quite similar or is it different?
It's quite similar because we adopt a legal system from UK itself.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
yeah, it's definitely our constitution.
Because if you think of it, the Britishers colonized us,
yeah.
so we ended up adopting their constitution only. So it is pretty much similar. So even if I go abroad and like UK side, I do my LLM, there won't be much of a difference. So like I won't have to be like, oh, okay, like I'm studying something pretty different there and it's something pretty different I've studied here. It's going to be quite like similar only, not the same, but quite the similar.
Okay, so now we'll move into a rapid fire round.
Right.
So what according to you is the most powerful tool in the world?
Your thoughts.
Okay.
Your thoughts.
Okay. What is most vulnerable? Is it being forgotten or is it being misunderstood?
Being misunderstood, I would say.
Why? Could you explain?
Being misunderstood is that if, let's say, as an example, while we are talking and I say something and you just misunderstand that, right? And you never come up to me and ask me that, oh, Vishakha, you said this, and I could not understand, like I took it in the wrong way. If you never ask me that, I'll never know that you misunderstood me. And then now in your mind, there's this concept that, oh, Vishakha is like this certain kind of person, and I can never clear it out to you. Being forgotten is something that I can again come ahead and go into a different forum and reintroduce myself. But being misunderstood, I feel like it's also one of my things I fear the most, being misunderstood and no one coming up to me for a clarification, right? Oh, this is something I misunderstood. Yeah.
Are you a coffee or a tea person?
For surely a coffee person.
Coffee, yes, same goes for me. What could be the most important movie for you? Are you into films or?
I have watched few movies, not someone who's into films, but I would say Call Me By Your Name was a pretty good movie for me.
Timothy,
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like, the thing is, like, I like movies which are like more into the scenery and the the videography part and the like how they portray things by just like the film rather than like dialogues, because I feel that's more beautiful.
Okay, you can complete this sentence. I am Vishakha and I was born to.
I was born to, I can say speak, because I speak a lot.
Okay, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me
and enlightening us with your thoughts and experiences. Thank you so much. You are watching Betty Crombie Higg.